Welcome again to Wales. This week we've pitched up at Wisbech for stock car racing. We've got 2 World Championships for super stocks and for mini stocks. We've got the British Championship for saloon stock cars. Chuck in a couple of other categories as well, no extra charge. We've obviously got a really good stockpile here. Well, the old minis had quite a bit of publicity recently, but the mini stocks category in this form of racing has grown rapidly in the last couple of years. This class is designed for young drivers, aged 10 to 16 if you're boys, up to 17 if you're a girl, and the quality and the maturity of the driving really is quite incredible. Well, they staged the World Championship here for the first time last year. That was won by Tony Theed of Watford. He's a 15-year-old, number 37. He's in there again defending the title of the first mini-stock world champion. His main opponent could well be Carl Overy, number 70, a member of a big racing family from Mildenhall, who've had a lot of success. The girls are very strongly represented by Hayley Wright of Wisbech from just across the River Nene there, number 75. With our camera in his car, Mark Wyborough, number 64 from Cosy near Norwich. Mark, how old are you?
I'm 15.
How long have you been driving?
About 2 years now.
How is your draw on the grid? How lucky is that for you?
Well, it's not that good. In the middle, I really want to be at the back or at the front, because in the middle you sort of get up all in the pile-ups and that, and it's not good at all.
Another disadvantage you've got our camera in your car. Funny things happen with drivers in these circumstances. Are you prepared for that?
Yeah, I've seen other people have cameras in their car. I'm not too worried about it.
A fellow called Barry Lee often has a camera in his car. Funny things happen to him, but he's keeping a critical eye on you. You've heard of Barry, of course?
Yeah, he's not too bad a driver, is he?
Hope it goes well for you. Let's hand over now to Nigel and Barry Lee.
Thank you, Mark. Mark is one of the professionals we've got here racing today in this formula that I really support. They are 850 minis, ironed up for safety's sake. They are standard cars. Talking to one of the drivers there, Tony Thread, his seat is offset something like 6 inches. And I said to him, have you copied the big superstars for that to make it easier for cornering? He said, no, I just drilled the holes in the wrong place. So we've got true professionals out here, ladies and gentlemen. Anything to get these youngsters off the streets and get a bit of driving experience is good for us. Over to Nigel.
Thank you, Barry. Well, we're on our way. The green flag is down, and this 1989 World Championship is now in the first of its 20 laps. And I'm sure there's going to be a few little hearts fluttering out there with these youngsters. This is the big one that every one of them would really like to win. Starting, of course, within their own grades, the lower grade drivers starting at the front, with the better people further back. So that is giving a little more of an even chance, making it harder for the more experienced drivers in the traditional style of stock car racing to have to fight their way past every other car to get to the front. So let's pick up the leaders for you now. We've got 197. Peter Dodge from Guildford is the leader. He only, in fact, he left it rather late to qualify because it was as late as last night in one of the final qualifying heats that he made his way through to get a place in this fight. So it's 197 is the leader. Number 8, Jimmy Morton from Wisbech, another late qualifier, currently in second place. Field beginning to get a little bit spread out now. 197, a comfortable lead. Already beginning to overtake one or two of the slower ones. And inside the 64 car of Mark Wyborough, we have a camera, and that's the view that young Mark has got at the moment, a little bit further down the field. Just in fact coming off the PRS bend, past the pit gate, into the final turn, and in front of him is the number 70 car of young Carl Overy.
It's nice, Nigel, to see the different driving techniques here. Young Mark there was driving very, very wide. He's now cut up on the inside. There's a car in the safety fence there. He's seen that. Now, young Carl Overy actually is all over the circuit. We can see Carl in front of him there now. He's now going nice and wide out to the safety fence. Should cut back on the inside now. Don't forget, these are standard 850 cars doing something like 60-odd miles per hour. And
that's still the leader, though. 197. And number 8 is over, and that's going to mean a red flag. Right over on his roof, up on the turn. The driver is already out and through the fence. They were very quick on the red flag, which they have to be in this particular formula.
Isn't that great to see? Within 5 to 10 seconds, no more than 10 seconds, the guy's out, smiling away, still got his pit pass on round his neck. Look, hurt a little bit on the chest there, most probably a little bit winded more than anything else. Car's back on the rolled over. I guarantee that young boy will be back in that car trying to race, but I don't think the rules will permit that.
James, just tell us how old you are.
11.
And anything like that ever happened to you before?
Yeah,
Yes.
2 times.
So how many times?
2.
Oh, right. What was the reason for that, do you know?
Oh, the tyre flipped on the track and I went up it. And sort of just went on my nose, sort of balanced there.
Bit of a shock, wasn't it?
A bit.
Bit of a shock to us, I don't know about you.
Yeah.
And Mum, I think, got a bit of a shock. I've never seen her run so fast. And how are you feeling at the moment, then?
All right. I hurt my neck a bit.
Do your neck?
Yeah.
Will you be able to go again, or will you not?
Oh, we'll try to fix it, but I don't think so.
Well, what will Mum say? Will she let you go again?
Yeah, she will. No.
Well, good old boy. Nice to see you all right.
Yeah.
Well done.
Okay.
Cheers.
Yeah, thanks, Scott.
Terrific.
Well, the control car brings them off this turn for the restart of the World Championship. There's 14 more laps to go. I'm sorry to say that young James Morton hasn't made the restart, which was rather what we expected. But there's plenty more out there ready to do battle. And heading the field, as before, number 197, Peter Dodge from Guildford. The cars are restarting this race in the same order on the lap sheet as when the race was in fact stopped. So we're back for the action. 197 is the leader. 14, Swally Buckley is in second place. Number 70, Carl Overy is third. And we're back here with our camera in that 64 car of Mark Wyborough. And you can see the problem he faces in trying to decide which route he might take to try and get past these, because it's a bit of a Dutch auction. You don't quite know which way to go, whether the gap opens on the inside or the outside, and the fence beckons one way or the other. Quite a decision, Barry Lee.
The problem being is, someone's going backwards there. Guess car 688, Leslie Bell there was going backwards. Sorry, 629, 629.
There's the car with the camera. There's Mark Wyborough's car, 64. And that camera just tucked up in the roof, looking over his shoulder, seeing how things are going for him. And at the moment, he's slowly picking his way through the field, but he's got a lot to do. He's a little bit further back than earlier on. He's lost a little bit of ground. 34 just went for a chop there, Gary Madgwick.
2 cars there, Nigel. You didn't actually see that one. You were looking at your lap sheets. 2 cars spun. He'd done an immaculate way of turning hard right hand and just missed them. There's another one in there. 91 gone right the way round. There is so much action in this. It's because it's got that magic word, Nigel, World Championship. Everybody takes their brains out and goes for it.
So we've got 197, the leader. 660 is next. Behind him, we go back to number 70, Carl Overy. That's the 1, 2, 3. There's the Flying Scotsman. He only won this at Armadale on the 4th of June. And he's now going to try and give a real run for his money to the 197 Peter Dodge car. And there they are. He's right on his tail now. Now, this is where we should see some pressure come on. In will go the... No, he doesn't have to use the bumper. The gap opened on the inside. He went up onto the little inside track markers, bounced off them beautifully, now to take it up. So as we look at the lap sheets, we're on to 15 laps. We're in the final 5, and it's 660, and he's in trouble now because 197 has just gone through on the inside, and the Scotsman has been fenced. So that 660, the Scottish challenge, which was so strong for just a moment or two, is now dead. The challenge is dead, and it's back with 197, who's back in the lead. And this is what happened to the Flying Scotsman in 660. He came around on that outside, drifted a little wide, and somehow seems to head straight for the fence, Barry. That's nothing. He seems to be attracted to it.
No, 16 got him on the right-hand corner of the car, just when the car was being unbalanced to go into the right-hand corner, and flicked him straight into the post.
Colin Aylward, the man who did that there, and the leader's prepared for action as well, because out goes the 118 car of Jan Duzen, another of the Dutchmen in trouble. So he's gone as well. And as we look at the sheets now, we're into the final 2. It's Carl Overy, number 70, is in second place, but 197 is a long way clear. And it looks as if this young man who qualified as late as last night is going to take this World Championship. Around the BRS turn he goes now. He hasn't got far to go. Carl Overy in second place is number 70, and 167, Gary Aylward, is in third position, but he's a long way back, and there's no one going to catch this one now. It's Peter Dodge to take the final. Over the line he goes. He's the new world champion. Number 70 comes home in second place, and 167, Gary Aylward, is third. So what a ride, going from down towards the front, maintaining it all the way. This man chased hard but couldn't catch him and had to settle for second place. He was seventh rather last year, and he's moved right up now to second now.
Oh, look, isn't that lovely? Great.
Right.
Mate.
Yeah. Well, Pete, congratulations there from your dad and from all of us. Just remind us, how old are you?
12.
And how long have you been driving?
It's just come up to a year now.
Well, I mean, it must have been a shock to you. It was certainly a shock to all of us. How well did you go there, do you think?
Very well, very, very well.
Was the hold-up a bit of a disadvantage to you?
It was getting quite irritating when I stopped the race, but then I fought back for it.
Did you know you were under a lot of pursuit then from 660?
Yeah.
What happened to him? He got lost somewhere?
Yeah, he's come past me, then there's a great help that one of my mates, number 16, just put him out of the way, and he's got me through, and I'm glad.
What, deliberately to help you?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Good. John, let's bring in your dad for a moment. You must be very proud of him.
Mate, I'm so chuffed it's not true. Words can't describe what I'm feeling right now.
But you've been instructing him in driving, have you?
Well, I like to think that I've taught him something, but I'm sure he's learned a lot more from his brother than he has from me. His brother was racing for 6 years and he never won a world championship, but this lad, fantastic. Fantastic.
Confirmation then of the Mini Stocks World Championship. Young Peter Dodge from Guildford coming in first. Carl Jack Overy from Freckenham second. Gary Aylward of Plumstead third. Our man Mark Wyber of Norwich fourth. And Haley Wright